Does anybody remember this? They lived in a 90s house, because this was popular in the 80s and 90s, but this right here.
When I was 6 years old, I broke my leg. And I was running from my brother and his friends, and tasted the sweet perfume of the mountain grass I rolled down. I was younger then. Take me back to when.
So things have actually definitely changed since I first lived here. It's completely different. Let me just show a gather. This house looks completely modern. I want you guys to actually just think about what a 1990s house would look like. Complete different floor plan. Well, not floor plan, but complete different tile. This shelf up here wasn't like this at all. It was literally just a huge wall. Lights, just how they just decorated. This just looks completely beautiful. Wasn't like this at all. So I guess my parents just didn't have really good taste and stuff. I don't know. Yeah, 1990s style. It's weird seeing like old 1990s movies, like a Christmas movie where that looks just like that. Does anybody remember this? They lived in a 90s house, because this was popular in the 80s and 90s, but this right here. So if you didn't, this is basically an intercom. An actual intercom. You would talk to everyone in the house. You had, I don't know if you can see, like all the different room speakers. So like you had one in the kitchen, obviously. You had one in each one of the bedrooms. So like I remember like we would, breakfast is ready, dinner's ready, lunch is ready, something's happening. You press a button right here, right there, and it would you would speak to that person's room. Kevin, lunch is ready, or something's going on in the house, or your grandma's here, you know. We have to go to the hospital, things like that. So this was like, kind of like, hip to like kind of see in a house. Nobody really uses this anymore. We all just use our phones, like. I don't know if you guys live at home or anything like that, but if you do, if lunch is ready, no one really yells in the house anymore. Your mom or dad texts you, hey, food is ready, come downstairs, or, come in the kitchen. But this was before, text, cell phones, if you were born, I guess 2000 after, before cell phones, the text, this is what we use to kind of talk to each other if we weren't all in the same room. Another thing that's changed. We used to have green couches or a black couch, I think. Now we have red couches. Say hi to the class. It's this is the one thing that hasn't changed. This pool right here. Everything has honestly changed. It's crazy. I've been here so many times, I don't even think about like how the house kind of used to look, but this is the one thing that hasn't changed. So this right here. See this little vacuum right there? So that is the reason why I did have a scar on my leg here, because you're a little kid, you're running. I'm scared of everything. I'm like 8 years old. I ended up jumping into the pool, and I see that thing right there, and I get super scared. So what do? I jump to the edge. And I ended up like getting a huge scar. I'm like bleeding pretty badly, like on my leg. And so my parents aren't here. I have to go to the hospital with my aunt and my uncle in the car. It's pretty gnarly experience, but these are the type of experiences that like you kind of just don't forget, and you live many years after to kind of tell these stories. I think about this right here, like this long freaking hallway. We used to like go sliding in like sweatpants and socks, just as a little kid, just running back and forth. The little things. Those are the things that kind of stick with you. You might remember the big events, but to me at least, the little things. Those are the things that just stick with you for the years to come. it's kind of crazy to think about how much has changed. How much has actually changed. I have the luxury of being able to come back to a house that I once lived in. A lot of people probably can't do that. You know, if you go to some guy's house or some woman's house and say, "Hey, I used to live here. Could I take a video in here?" Odds are they're probably going to tell you no. I'll never, what's the word? I'll never take it for granted. That's the word. I'll never take it for granted. I really do appreciate everything that I've gained in this house, and I really just wish to. Oh, is that a Frenchie? Hey, little guy. So I'll leave this video with maybe you guys can kind of do a mock of this video. Not make fun of, but like do a video of like reenacting, I guess, this in your house. And you don't have to go to a previous house. You can do it in your current house. Just think about all the memories you've had. If you had a lot of siblings, playing with them and doing all kinds of events and activities. So, if I could leave a message for anyone watching this video, is that one, enjoy those memories. Two, don't take them for granted. And three, try to spend as much time as you can with the loved ones and create those memories with them.
I found my heart, broke it here, made friends and lost them through the years. And I've not seen the